Oh, hi. Hey, Russ here. Welcome back to the shop. Today, I'm going to talk about the dry sink. I finally got it done. It's now a working unit. I have gravity-fed water. I have a sprayer. I have a stainless steel bowl for retaining water. And I have a bucket here, excuse me, that catches all the water that runs through into the tub and drains out. So I had this set up here. It's a 2.5 gallon can, plastic, and I have a hose hooked to the drain of my tub. This is the drain that's on there already, and it just a regular standard hose fits on it. I put a loop in it, drilled a hole in my can, and the hose just slips into there. And so with water retaining in the loop, I should be able to keep the odor that might build up in that tank. It should keep it from getting any smell. The bottom shelf, I did it with cedar. All the wood is cedar. And that I just did with slats so that if anything leaks or get water, it'll actually leak off it rather than pooling up on it. So the bottom shelf, I did slats. As far as the inside, I also did slats the same way. And that holds everything up off the bottom of the tub so that all the gunk and wetness down there, you don't have to set your stuff into that. This will help hold everything up off of that. It does come out easily. It just sets in place. So I can take this out if I need to for some reason. I store my cutting board right here so that if I need it, I can set it there and that'll stop pieces from falling through. And it's made of HDPE, I think. And so it's pretty much waterproof. So between my bowl and my little plate, I can actually do pretty good with washing stuff here. As far as the water itself, I have two sources of water. I have my bottle spray, which I made a bracket, again, using some of these little hooks. And that uses two of them to hook on this rim anywhere I want, either inside or outside, and let this hang straight when it's hanging there. I also put a bracket here to hold the wand, and the wand I can take, if I need to take it out, I can turn it there to take the wand out to use it. Most of the time it sits here, and I can twist this to adjust the angle of where my spray is spraying if I want. So most of the time, it just sits here and won't even move. It'll just set in place. If I need to pump it up, I can take it loose. And usually 4 or 5 pumps is all it takes to get me some spray. If you can see that. And again, I can adjust the sprayer I want. If I want, I can use my retainer there and spray into the container, straight into the bowl to wash some stuff right in there. So the sprayer, I'm very happy with the way everything works. As far as the gravity-fed water, besides spray water, I also have gravity-fed here. So that if I want, again, I can use my bowl, just add some water to my bowl and wash things out. Or if I want, I can just get under here and wash my hands without any problem. And I shut it off when I'm done. So, and when I'm done with the water, I can just dump all the water out, hang my bowl back out of my way. As far as the water itself, changing the water, I can take to change the water. This just sets in here, so if I have to take the whole thing out, I can. If I need to change the water bottle itself, I can take a regular bottle that's full of water, take the lid off, take the other one, and put this lid on here, and now I have a new bottle of water changed out. And now I can start all over again with a new bottle of water. If I need to, this whole bracket, just like this one, this whole thing just lifts right off. And I can set this anywhere. I can set it to where it hangs outside of my tub instead of inside if I want. Or I can take this and set it on any flat surface and use it. So if I want to set it on my workbench or on someplace else or outside and use it, I can do that if I want to. So the water, gravity water, then just sets here when it's not in use. Lastly, what I did was I made this little table. And it's really funny because this was not in my idea to begin with. But when I got done making everything, if you look right here, that's all the wood I got left out of 2 8-foot boards. I bought 2 decking boards, 1.1 thick, 5.5 inches wide, 8 foot long. And this was the last piece. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, what am I going to do with that? And then it dawned on me, I just make a little table. So now I have this little shelf that I can take and I can set stuff on. And again, just like the others, it has the hooks on it, so I can hook it anywhere I want around it, either inside or outside if I want. And it's easy to set up and put anywhere I want, keep anywhere I want it. I also put cleats on it here so that if I want, I can set it there. And now I have a little shelf like this on my workbench. And again, I can set it anywhere I want. Also, excuse me, because of the legs on it, I can actually set it in here and give me a work surface inside the tank if I want to work on something here. Or if I want, I can use my bowl right here. I have my sprayer, so I can really now get in here, set my sprayer off and wash things right in here. Use the bowl like this. Or put it under the gravity fed and use it this way. So, and then when I'm done, just dump the water out. Put all my pieces away. And it's all done, ready to go. I think I'm really going to like this as an addition. And it seems to have all the little extras that I think I'm going to need on a sink like this. Let's talk about what we really have here and how you could do something similar if you wanted to. You don't have to make something this elaborate. If you remember back to my original video on this, from Dan Pattison, I had his was extremely simple. All it was a reservoir with a valve built into that and a tub, a plastic tub, and that's how he had his. And that works great too. But you know me, I always got to go that extra mile. But I wanted a little more than just that. So I have a full functioning sink, I think, in my shop if I want it. If you wanted to build something like this, you don't have to go out and find the tub. For the tub or the sink or whatever, you could just take a regular stainless steel bowl, cut a hole in a piece of plywood and set this down in there, and now you have your sink. And you can take it out and dump it and set it back. You can put this in a counter somewhere or in your workbench, and it just sets in there so that when you need water, you can get out your water cooler and set it right over that. So you could set something like that up very simply if this was more than adequate and you didn't want to dedicate a whole tub to it. Now, I bought this tub a while back with the idea of making a dry sink, and so that's why I ended up with what I have here. But you can make it so much simpler. If you wanted to go with something like this and you don't have access to a tub like this looks eerily familiar. It looks a lot like a utility sink that from a big box store with the double valve at the back where you put by your washer in the laundry room for a wash basin. So they have those, and that would do the same thing. You just have to put your own wheels on it if you wanted it to be mobile and the bottom shelf on it, but it has all the characteristics that this has. So you can make your sink any way you want without any problem. As far as the water itself, you don't have to have the sprayer. I haven't picked that up for a buck. That's why I thought, yeah, I think I'd like to have some spray water. And I think that's going to be handy too. So you don't have to have all these features. These are just some nice little extras that I did with mine to give me that little bit of extra. And so that's mine in a nutshell. It's completed. I did some thinking outside the box to come up with a few extras for it so that I have a full-fledged sink. And quite honestly, I think this is going to get a lot of use to my shop. So if you like this video, please say so. If you learned something here, hit that like button and lets me know I'm off on the right direction. If you have any questions or comments or any ideas of how to do this, make it better, leave them below. I read them all, and I suspect that most of the people that watch my videos read those too, so don't be afraid to leave a comment. Most importantly though, please come back again. As you can see, we're nowhere near done. And quite frankly, I'm just going to drink a little more coffee and then go back to work. And hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Bye.